Hey everyone, my video is going to be about the um, Intuit Dome, which is located in Inglewood, California, where the Clippers play. That's what my research paper was about. Um, Very interesting for me to do a paper on this facility, sport facility, because I grew up in Inglewood most of my life. I do have family down south and in New York, in Harlem, New York, but for most of my life grew up here in Inglewood. Went to school at Morningside, played basketball there, won a state championship for the city of Inglewood. Grew up in the 80s watching the Lakers dominate down the street at the Forum. So um, I'm definitely, Inglewood representative and well known in the community for what I did on the court and off the court in the classroom. So, having a facility like this right down the street is like unbelievable. I never thought that we would have the type of venues that we have in the city. The city of Inglewood is only 11 square miles, so we're not that large of a metropolitan city, but we do have the airport, which makes everything accessible for the teams to fly in and fly out, which I think is one reason why, Inglewood was chosen to put these facilities, sports facilities here instead of Carson and other neighboring cities that might have had more space. But yeah, this is very interesting to me and just something I never thought would happen. So I'm gonna try to make this video interesting. I don't, some of the videos I've seen, I know you guys are just kind of reading, what you've written, but I kind of want to liven it up a little bit. An interesting fact about where the Intuit Dome is located, and it was there where the dome is located. There actually used to be a hotel, not actually a motel, that was one of the most sleaziest motels in Inglewood. I mean, you name it, they did it at that motel. Any illegal activity, and it's actually where the Loom Hotel is, which is now a new boutique hotel next to the Clippers Intuit Dome. And then right where the Clippers is located, it used to be a Church's Chicken on that block. And I mean, it was some crazy activity. I used to go on there at that Church's Chicken. Y'all just wouldn't believe some of the stuff that was going on. So now to see these massive structures there, this new boutique hotel, it just kind of gives you a out of body experience feeling if you've grown up here and you've never seen anything like that. So, I would say this, just imagine walking into, a sports arena where your face is the ticket, where you can grab a hot dog or a drink without waiting in line, where the entire building runs on sunshine and batteries. And there's a 51 rows of the loudest fans ever and a sporting event, and that's their job to make the opposing team feel like it's a college atmosphere. And that's the Intuit Dome, and it kind of represents exactly how we might experience sports in America moving forward. The facility costs $2 billion. Now that's crazy within itself. $2 billion. Ballmer, and we all know who he is, the CEO of Microsoft, Steve Ballmer. He spent his own money to build this arena. No taxpayer money, no public bonds, his own fortune. I mean, that's crazy within itself, because that means he really believes in the organization that he's put together with the Clippers, or that he's bought. He bought into the organization, took ownership of it, and he really believes in it. So that's just unbelievable that he spent that type of money, but he has that type of money. The Clippers were, sharing the crypto arena with the Lakers and the Kings. And, every time, the Lakers would play, or the Lakers wouldn't play, they would have to change out their banners, and the Clippers would have to change out their banners. And Ballmer just wanted, somewhere that they could just call home and play and own, feel like they owned the building. The building, to put the building where it was located wasn't easy, because the Forum was down the street and it was owned by Madison Square Garden. And I believe it's Steve Dolan who still owns Madison Square Garden, and he's not a well-liked individual in the NBA as a owner because of his brashness and the way he comes off. And they were actually trying to sue to block construction of the Clippers' new arena. And, they were claiming a non-competitive agreement. And then Ballmer just said, I'm the big dog in town. I'm the one with all the money. Money talk, BS walks. Here's $400 million for you. And he paid that in 2020. $400 million to make, um, the form just kind of go away in a sense. So he basically got that deal done, and everything was up and running. Now, there were a few other lawsuits that were challenging the land deal, but then a judge in 2019, he favored, he ruled in the favor of Ballmer, and then groundbreaking happened in September 17, 2021, and then the arena opened in August 2024. And then the naming rights for the Intuit Dome, the financial software company they brought in at least, I believe, $500 million over 23 years. So let's talk about why this place is so special. From the outside, the Intuit Dome looks like a basketball net. Now, to me, it doesn't. It just looks like a circular spear with these little metal pieces hanging from it. But I guess from an aerial standpoint, it's going to look like a basketball net. And the diamond pattern exterior is made from specialized materials that light up at night. I have seen that, and it looks pretty cool. And it creates a glowing beacon visible across Los Angeles. The area covers 1.1 million square feet and includes 5 full-court basketball courts. It includes team offices, medical facilities, and training spaces. All of this under one roof. Ballmer's obsession with detail is very documented. He tested over 15 different seat cushions to find the most comfortable one. I'm 6'8", so when you're putting a seat in an arena and you're trying to squeeze everybody in, it's an uncomfortable feeling as you sit closer and closer towards the floor. And even at crypto, at mid-level, you're squished in. He made sure that every seat had enough leg room. Fans in the 20 seat, about 45 feet closer to the court, they would feel the same way that they would be feeling if they were even closer to the floor seats. So he tried to make the experience and putting the seats in a sightline position where you still felt like you were part of the action. The capacity of it, of course, we know is 18,000 people can fit into the into the arena at any time. He wanted it to keep it around 18,000 so to have that intimate college feeling. So that's really cool. There is a massive halo board that is about 38,375 square feet. It's the largest board in any arena. It has a Revolution and even it has a 4K Revolution and even has T-shirt cannons built into it that shoots out merchandise to the upper levels. Now that's crazy because usually when you're shooting T-shirts out of a cannon, you have the cheerleaders doing it. The cheerleaders actually are in that experience where they're shooting the T-shirts out to the fans. But now where you're sitting, you can shoot T-shirts out too. That's a little crazy. I have to go there and see it myself. Mind you, I've never been in the arena. I've never been to a Clipper game. I'm a Laker fan, but I am going to go see the arena. Now here's the interesting part, and I think he got this from soccer. He claims they got this from San Diego State University, where the fans stand up and cheer the whole game, but I've seen this done in soccer. I want to say it was the LA Galaxy downtown. There's a part of the arena where the fans have to stand up, and it's called the Wall, and it's 4,500 of the most passionate Clipper fans, and they are there to stand up and cheer and to create an atmosphere almost, to me, like a college atmosphere for football or basketball. And I think that's a great experience because as a basketball player, when you feel that energy from the crowd is unbelievable. So that's great that he implemented that into the arena. Now the Intuit Dome is entirely run on your smartphone. It's a little controversial because fans must download the Clippers app and create a profile with their personal information. Then they choose between 2 entry systems. Game Face ID, which uses facial recognition to scan their face as they walk in, are Identity Pass, which requires tapping their phone. About 75% of fans eventually choose facial recognition because it's faster. On the inside of the arena, now this is what I did not know, there's no cashiers. All concession stands use automation checkout. If you're using facial recognition, you literally walk in the store, grab what you want, and walk out. The cameras track what you take automatically, and they charge you. So there's no lines, no waiting, no human interaction required. Every seat, every seat, 18,000 seats, has its own USB charging port, which is cool because my phone runs out of time all the time. The seats have decibel meters. Now, I think this is really cool. The seats have decibel meters that measure how loud each person is cheering. The loudest fan earns rewards like discounted food or free merchandise. The arena is gamifying fan behavior. It's encouraging people to get up and cheer the loudest, support your team, and just make it very hectic for the opposing team that you're playing. That's really, really cool because a lot of times you go to a game, everybody trying to be cool, everybody trying to be laid back. But now you go to the game, you cheer, you get discount on food, and you get free merchandise. Really cool. Of course, the arena has over 1,100 toilets and urinals. That's more than 3 times the average NBA arena. The bathrooms play pop music instead of game audio to discourage people from listening to the game while they're in the bathroom to get them to return to their seats. And the one good thing about the dome, it's a green dome, and when you say green, you're talking about conserving energy and resources and things of that nature. The Intuit Dome actually earned platinum certification, the highest possible rating, and which means it operates 100% carbon free from day one. The arena is fully electric with no natural gas. 2 megawatts of solar panels on the roof feed into 11 megawatt battery storage system. These batteries can power an entire basketball game, even if the building loses connection to the grid. That's incredible. So again, they're thinking about going green, being more conscious of waste and things of that nature. So that's always a good thing. Instead of air conditioning, massive enclosed space, the open sections allow ventilation, dramatically reducing energy waste. So I really didn't know they didn't have air conditioning. They had the ventilation system where the air is constantly being, I guess, circulated through the building. I don't know if that's recycled air. I don't know if that's always good, but hey, you have to start somewhere. The community impact, we're going to get into that. The Clippers committed $100 million in community benefits, with $75 million going towards affordable housing. The project is expected to generate $260 million annually in economic activity and created over 7,000 construction jobs. It did create a lot of jobs. I did hear about a lot of individuals getting jobs to put the arena together, and I've seen a lot of apartments being put up, affordable housing and some luxury apartments around the area. So, I mean, yeah, gentrification is going on in Inglewood, but it can be a good thing and a bad thing, but I'm all for it, You got Starbucks. I don't drink coffee like that, but the restaurants are improving. The nightlife is improving. You're getting better bars, better places to hang out. You don't always have to go to Hollywood and places like that. Now you kind of keep everything centrally located. So it's great. Another thing that Bomber was part of was the STEM education program. So local schools established the first apprenticeship program at Inglewood Unified School District. The public plaza outside includes free basketball courts, public art by local artists, and a space for community gatherings even when no events are happening. So that's pretty cool. Now you have somewhere the kids can kind of interact and share ideas and have fun outside, which is great. Inglewood's unemployment rate, which was around 17% before construction, has dropped significantly due to the stadium projects in the area. So that was pretty cool as well. Despite all the innovation, The Intuit Dome faces real challenges. They do rely heavily on technology, frustrate some fans who prefer traditional experiences requiring everyone to download an app, and that can create a barrier for older fans with those smartphones. One other thing that's been going on is the ticket prices have increased dramatically courtside. Courtside seats can cost $13,000 to $20,000 per ticket. Now that's kind of crazy because when the Clippers first came into an existence, they came out of San Diego and they weren't known for winning. Now, throughout the years, all the way up until now, you're talking about tickets at a courtside for damn near $20,000. The regular seats are costing anywhere between $386 to $577, which is much higher than most Clipper games used to cost. And this kind of raises a troubling question. Does a fan-first arena that prices out average fans really serve the community? Most of the people here probably have a medium income of about $60,000 to $70,000, and you're trying to feed a full family, you might not be able to go to a game. Now, the one great thing about this this Clipper Arena, is that in 2026, the NBA All-Star Game will be coming to the Clippers Arena, the Intuit Dome, and in 2028, the Summer Olympics will be coming. So those are two high-profile events that will be coming. So, when we look at the Intuit Dome, it represents promise and some challenges of the modern sports facilities. But on the other hand, it shows the possible when an owner invests in innovative design, cutting edge technology, and environmental sustainability. So we'll see what's going to go on in the future, and and hopefully, the Clippers can start winning games and maybe win a championship with this new facility. So thank you guys again for listening, and until next time.